Welcome to this deep dive into everyday World War II life, hidden tactics for resourcefulness in hardship. If you are fascinated by history and survival strategies, make sure to hit subscribe and comment below with your thoughts, experiences, or any tactics you've come across in your research. Today, we are going beyond the battlefields and front lines to uncover how ordinary civilians and soldiers alike survived extreme shortages, rationing, and uncertainty. This is not just storytelling, it's actionable insight for anyone who wants to understand resilience under pressure. Life during the Second World War forced people to develop a level of resourcefulness that modern conveniences have almost erased. Every day was a test of ingenuity, making food stretch, repurposing materials, maintaining personal safety, and keeping morale alive. These strategies weren't just about surviving, they were about maintaining a sense of control in a world where control seemed impossible. By examining these tactics, we can learn practical lessons that remain relevant for modern survivalists and history enthusiasts. They found creative ways to stretch every meal without modern convenience. Food scarcity defined much of civilian life in wartime Europe. Families learned to make every ingredient count, often turning scraps into meals that would today be considered culinary ingenuity. Bread crusts, potato peelings, and wilted vegetables were not wasted. They became soups, porridge, or even pastries. One example is the war cake, a dense spiced dessert that required no eggs, butter, or milk, but still provided energy and comfort. Understanding these substitutions offers insight into both the nutritional limitations and the creative problem-solving civilians used to survive. Clothing was mended and repurposed to last through the toughest winters. Fabric shortages and the redirection of materials to the military meant that clothing had to be maintained with extreme care. Patching, darning, and even unraveling old garments to weave new items became a daily routine. People relied on hidden networks and bartering for essentials. The black market and informal trade networks were lifelines for many civilians. While ration books dictated official consumption, neighbors and local communities developed barter systems that allowed individuals to exchange goods, services, or even skills for what they needed most. Hygiene and health were preserved through simple but disciplined routines. Sanitation and health care were precarious during the war, yet families developed innovative ways to maintain hygiene and prevent disease. Water was boiled, clothes were disinfected with vinegar or soda, and families often rotated bathing times and heating to conserve fuel. Children learned resilience through education and responsibility. Children did not escape the war's demands. They were often enlisted in small household responsibilities that ensured the family's survival, from tending gardens to collecting firewood, running errands, or even helping care for younger siblings. Civilians learned to produce what they could not buy. Victory gardens, homemade preserves, and small livestock were common methods of supplementing official rations. People became adept at planting crops in tiny plots, saving seeds, and using every part of an animal or plant. Morale was maintained through shared culture and small luxuries. Despite hardship, people found ways to maintain hope. Families shared stories, letters, music, and homemade games to keep spirits high. In conclusion, the lessons from everyday WWII life hidden tactics for resourcefulness. In hardship are more than historical curiosity. They are timeless strategies for resilience, creativity, and ingenuity. If you found this exploration valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth historical survival guides and share this video with fellow history buffs or enthusiasts of wartime ingenuity. Comment below with your favorite World War II survival tactic or one that surprised you. Together, we keep the lessons of the past alive and applicable today.